Man,
What it is, yo. Welcome back.
how was your week off?
Week off. Did we get a week off? Of what?
Watching Pokemon,
Did we streamed last week?
but we didn't watch Pokemon.
We didn't? Yes, we did.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. It's been a week. Your week off.
Oh, my week off. Okay. I feel like you're saying... Okay, I see what you mean. We don't really get week off. We just work once a week.
Yeah, it's we get the whole week off,
Okay.
and we go back to work.
And then we go back to work. Until we make this a full-time job.
This is work.
We're not here for fun. Pretty good week.
Yeah.
This is my birthday.
Yes, that's what I was going into.
34. 1 year older, 1 year sexier.
Mm-hmm. I'm not seeing many gray hairs yet.
That's because I don't know. I have tons.
You aren't stressed enough.
I have tons.
You aren't stressed
I don't know
enough,
what
bro.
you're looking at. Maybe you have a bad screen.
We need to increase those stress levels
Please don't.
tenfold.
I like my life right now. You need to have at least 3 more kids.
Yeah.
No, it was good, man. I had a good week. Everybody in the house was sick except me, so I was able to do whatever I wanted.
It's definitely your birthday week.
Yeah. How was your week?
God reached from the skies and gave ailment to your as a birthday. You're like, it's just what I always wanted.
That's what I always wanted. Just to be able to do whatever I want in the house without anybody looking at me.
At the expense of my family.
Yeah. Ryan knows this, but I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Fusion. It's really fun.
I've been doing my best not to see anything he's
Recommend it,
sending
you
me.
guys. I'm sending all kinds of pictures to him. Did you see how cute my Sandshrew
No, I
Magikarp
did not.
was? Oh, come on.
There will be no spoilers.
Bro, there's no way this can be spoiled for you. Do you understand the amount of combinations you can make? There's no way in hell that you're gonna make the same ones, that I'm sending you. Would you think of putting Sandshrew and Magikarp together?
No.
Would that be your first thought?
No.
Yeah, exactly. Would your first thought be put your Bulbasaur with a Spearow?
That definitely not. Can you, by the way...
You wouldn't have seen these guys.
Can you, by the way, explain your thought process behind that?
Behind what?
A
Why I did
Spearow and a Bulbasaur?
Honestly, I just went on the website and checked out all the different fusions, and then I went on Venusaur and just tried to fuse it with, you can't do all the Pokemon, but I tried to fuse it with as many as I could, and then I just picked out the one I thought was the coolest, and that one was Venusaur Fearow. So luckily enough, at the beginning of the game, you can run into Spearows, so that's nice. Yeah, flying and grass, it's a weird combination.
I mean, grass is usually weak to flying, right? So maybe you eliminate that weakness?
No, it's still weak to flying.
What?
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, I think it's weak to flying, rock, and so because I was fusing it instead of fusing it, like you can choose to fuse with Bulbasaur or with Fearow. And so I think what I was doing was, what happened was I was fusing it with Fearow, so I got the rock weakness. I got the I think it's electric weakness. I don't know.
And flying.
So
it's like Tropius.
All the weakness.
Like Tropius.
All the weaknesses.
Who's flying, but is also weak to flying.
The more weaknesses, the better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember our Tropius, weak to flying?
Yeah, the Tropius was rough, man. Tropius was really rough to work with. I mean, at least in this game, like Venusaur has some good stats, and Fearow does too. Tropius, what would you say Tropius had going for him? Is there anything?
The bandanas on the chin.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah.
Hey, while you're looking for that, why don't you give us a recap while I send out some invites?
All right. So we had. Don't tell me. We had the Paris episode.
I'm also going to check our sound while I'm on there.
Yeah, sound sounds pretty good on my side.
I'm also going to check our sound. Cool, we both sound.
Yeah. Let me see. So we had. Oh, it was the Las Vegas episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't Vegas though. It was like Neon City or something like that. Or do you remember the name of it? Just off the top of your head.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I don't remember. I found it. Okay, Venusaur and Fearow. Yeah. So he's weak. Yeah, he's weak to fire, poison, flying, and rock. And ice. But he's beautiful, though. And that's what matters in Pokemon.
Yep.
I'm glad you're agreeing with me. So, our heroes in the last episode... Now, you got me saying our heroes now. They are not heroes.
Our protagonists.
They leave a trail of destruction everywhere they go. I guess not in this episode, but they end up finding a big city lights that really look like a Las Vegas
Flashing.
ripoff.
Lights.
Old school. That's considered old school nowadays, huh?
Right.
Yeah, so they go to this town, and everybody's just really ornery, very angry. Jesse gets spanked. James gets almost in a fight.
Mm-hmm. I bet he wished he got
Ash.
spanked.
Yeah. He wanted to trade spots.
I was craving a spanking after that episode.
Yeah, if you check out our last thumbnail, you'll see that Ryman's face is on the big lady spanking Jesse. But yeah, Ash also almost gets in a fight with someone. You know, Misty stood up for him. I remember. She's like, "Hey, you ran into him." Nope, that was wrong. That's Jesse that stood up for James. I almost got that wrong, and that's important because Jesse is really does, you know, stick her neck out for James always.
Mm-hmm. She even took a spanking over it.
Yeah, she's like, "Hey, you got in his way," and then this big lady's like, big lady literally walks into Jesse, and she's like, "Oh, that hurts." I don't know if she has like an ingrown toenail or like sensitive skin or something. She literally just walked into Jesse before spanking her. Anyways, all this is extremely irrelevant, other than the fact that it's a busy city and everybody's ornery. They go into Ash and the guys go into the forest, run into a Jigglypuff. So immediately, Misty thinks that, you know, I've always wanted Jigglypuff. She's so cute. Gets her a Staryu, does a double edge, and smashes into the Jigglypuff. And then Jigglypuff starts crying. And of course, Misty has no idea why she's crying. Like, what's going on here? This is how Pokemon battles work. What's wrong with you? Don't you know how to be a wild... You're not a proper wild Pokemon. And so they find out that Jigglypuff can't sing. And of course, why can't she sing? I don't remember why she can't sing.
She has a sore throat.
Is that what it was? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because then Brock finds some berries to help her with a sore throat. And so they try to make her sing, and then she sings, puts everyone to sleep. And they try with the Pokemon, she puts the Pokemon to sleep. Try with Psyduck, Psyduck falls asleep with his eyes open. So for a minute there, Misty was very proud of her Psyduck, which was actually a very funny scene. And so these people are, you know, our guys are trying to do everything they can to help this Jigglypuff, but Jigglypuff keeps getting so angry that they're falling asleep and writes all over their faces. So the people that are trying to help her most are the ones that are the closest to her abuse. She randomly kicks and smacks Pikachu behind her, behind her back, so that Pikachu never notices it. This is your typical relationship where the closer you are to someone, the more abuse you have.
Mm-hmm.
But
it reminds me, I don't know if anyone's watched that episode of South Park where Butter's grandma visits, and like when no one's looking, she like pinches him and like hits him and kicks him and stuff and bullies him, and like
really,
when everyone's around, she's all lovey-dovey, and like he tries telling people and no one listens.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible. That's like the worst kind of people, man. If you're gonna be a jerk, if you're gonna be an idiot, can you just not hide it? I can't stand.
Oh my gosh, it gets so much worse too. Like, he eventually takes so much abuse that he just like falls into his like alter ego, like that is meant to shield him from his like horrible reality and like make believe. And his grandma is right there and bullies his alter ego too.
Oh no!
And there's just no escape for Butters. It's
yikes. Oh, I don't like that. Don't like that at all. Not watching that episode.
If you're a fan of abuse, you'll like it. I'm just kidding.
I'm not. I'm also not a fan of Red Rockets.
Oh no. Out of all the episodes, I still can't believe that's the one you've been introduced.
That's my first one.
It's so bad.
It's
so bad.
It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so gross. Disgusting. But
that is not our first episode.
Oh man. I do have to thank you and Jack though, because you guys introduced me to Beavis and Butthead, which probably led me down to the rabbit hole of watching Red Rockets.
Red Rockets, no.
Anyways, so I don't remember what the plan is, what Ash and the guys' plan is. All I know is that they take Jigglypuff to town so that everyone can rest and fall asleep.
Their plan was no one sleeps in that city, so surely they won't fall asleep through her song.
Oh, okay. So they were not thinking about the helping the city rest.
No,
they were worried more about helping Jigglypuff at the expense of everyone in the city.
Yeah.
And Jigglypuff is still abusing them
without their consent.
Without their consent. Yeah. So, yeah. So that's their plan, I guess, and they take Jigglypuff, and Team Rocket shows up with microphones and everything and to help out. It's one of those episodes where Team Rocket actually helps out. And Jigglypuff sings in secret with their British accents.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
Which are also impeccable. I just want to say they have so many hidden talents, these guys. So, so everybody falls asleep, but it was a blessing in disguise at the expense of Jigglypuff. Thank goodness. Finally something at her expense. Everybody falls asleep, but when they wake up, they're so refreshed. And they're kind to each other. And Brock starts saying that that Jigglypuff's powers don't only put people to start Pokemon to sleep. They also open up their inner kindness.
Oh, do they actually say that?
Brock says that, yes.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah.
I assume they're just being nice because they actually got some sleep.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think that the episode would go that way, because, going forward, you can just forget about that. But now, anytime Jigglypuff uses Sing, we have to check and see if everyone's kinder after that.
Are you a nice girl? Not particularly.
Not particularly. Misty knows who she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one for the books, I guess. It's one for us to forget. What do you think you're going to remember about this last episode?
Oh man.
Years from now. A decade from now. When we do this again.
Nothing.
Like nothing.
I'm gonna be frustrated all over again with everything in it.
I'll probably just remember Jigglypuff. Yeah, making everybody fall asleep and then writing on their faces. But that's probably because she does that all the time.
Yeah, but I'd say that's her like MO. She'll do that in every episode.
Yeah. So nothing special. Yeah. That's all I got for you guys about my recrap. I've recapped it all.
It's a pretty good recap.
Thank you, thank you.
I love that Pelipper behind you.
Thanks. I was thinking about maybe doing a background, but I don't know what to do.
Do another one of your favorites. Do Marowak.
Man, I've got so many painting projects right now. I'm working on your thing right now.
Oh, can we see it? He's painting me he's painting me a what'd you say, a collage? Not a collage. It's
Fusion?
A fusion of 3 characters. We can't take a sneak peek?
No. I'll show it to you when it's done. Actually, I'll show it to you when you come here.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I gotta wait that long?
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. So that's one thing just one project I've been doing with my family and friends. My family and friend, really, to be specific here. I just asked for 3 characters, fictional characters that they like, and then I create a fusion of them.
Have you given the others away yet? Can we see your other finished projects?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Alrighty, guys. So this is the first.
Yeah. The eyes aren't very centered, but I think the rest is okay.
I didn't even notice after you pointed it out.
Yeah. I was too late by the time I started. I was like, oh crap. I don't think his eye's supposed to be over there. He was just really badly burned, and it moved
tell
his
us,
eye.
which 3 are these ones?
So it's Link from the Zelda games, Zuko from Avatar, and Nathan, I think it's Nathan Drake, I believe, from the Uncharted games.
And then, oh, by the way, scoot a little bit to the left. Yeah, a little more.
My left?
No, other left. Your other left. Your other left. There you go. Perfect.
Okay. And this one I made for my sister. It's her favorite characters, Pocahontas, Eevee, the Pokemon, and what's the other one's name from Avatar? Kyoshi or something?
Yeah, something like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Some warrior princess, I think, or something. I haven't seen all of Avatar, so I don't know.
I love that
I haven't seen
background.
her yet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking about doing a background for Pelipper, but I'm not sure yet what to do. Yeah, I've been practicing. I'm a novice, but I can assure you, I don't come painting with pooped out Pokemon.
No. Never paint with a pooped out Pokemon.
Never. Or pooped out paint brush. Yeah. Anyways.
I'm a little curious where you put the eyes. Where you put the eyes on my Pokemon.
What? Your Pokemon.
Or my painting.
Your fusion, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yours is Gengar, Darth City. No, not City. It's Darth.
Plagueis.
And Gengar, and who else?
Portia.
The spider. Portia, yeah, the spider. Yeah, that Portia really complicated things.
Did you get a big
No one's been like, oh, also do a spider character. Yeah.
Did you get a big old spider booty?
Everybody knows that spiders have big old chunky booties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dump trucks.
Yeah, more like garbage trucks, man.
Garbage trucks.
Like 18-wheelers.
Mm-hmm. Nico would love that, no?
Yep. Yeah. You should love spiders too, then.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, today we're gonna... Let's see. The title of the episode is Attack of the Prehistoric Pokemon.
Attack of the pooped out Pokemon.
That'd be a great episode. I want to say it's Aerodactyl, maybe?
Yeah, Aerodactyl's in there. The thumbnail is Kabutops.
Oh, has Kabutops too?
Mm-hmm. I vaguely remember this episode. Omnistar's in there too.
I don't remember this episode, but I remember. I think it's the next episode. There's like a photographer, and he's showing Ash that he got a picture of him being carried by an Aerodactyl. Yes. So I think it's one of those. There's an Aerodactyl that picks him up and flies.
I think it's one of those two-parters, probably.
Could be. Oh, I look forward to this then. I always feel like Kabutops, Aerodactyl, Omastar, those are really cool Pokemon that I wish I would use, but, they're rock types, so it kind of sucks.
What's crazy about this episode, too, is what happens in it just recently happened in China.
Oh. What's that?
There was a giant sinkhole that fell in, and there's all these prehistoric trees and like a whole other terrain in there.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, dude. Maybe like a year ago. Huge.
Oh,
it's huge. Uh-huh. All kinds of prehistoric stuff in it.
Speaking of prehistoric, my son's been watching. He's been super into dinosaurs, and we got these DVDs where they have these 3D dinosaurs, and it shows you how they probably lived and the kind of things they did, and it's pretty brutal. They don't, they show a lot of gore and a lot of meanness. It'll show raptors going to other packs of raptors, taking their babies and then feeding it to their babies, kind of thing. Literally their babies eating raptors that look just like them. But there's one disc. There's always one disc where it's just the scientists, the archaeologists, all of them coming together and just kind of talking about everything with their very boring doctor voices. It was so their voices were so boring. I was falling asleep, but my son was so into it. He's 3 years old. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Do you want to watch the one with dinosaurs?" He's like, "No, I want to watch this." I was like, "Okay." But anyways, they talked about the T-Rex and about how there's literally no proof whatsoever that the T-Rex was a predator. They measured they talked about the leg bones and how the thigh bone and the lower leg bone, how that lower leg bone should be way longer than the thigh bone for predators, because that's how predators are able to run really fast. So it's proving through the bones that T-Rexes could not run fast, and also that for hunting you have to leap, you have to jump forward, and the T-Rex with their small arms, there's no way they'd catch themselves, and because they were so big and heavy, they could just shatter their jaw, break their teeth by just falling forward. They're saying everything shows that they were scavengers and not predators.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was about to say, actually, I think the most latest research shows they were scavengers.
Yes, yeah. So I guess these DVDs were really old. So back then, nobody was saying that,
Yeah, they, I think they'd go off and just fight off whatever's eating the dead meal, Mm-hmm. But
Yeah, if something that huge is coming trying to eat, like, you just walk away. You run away. You don't even have to run very fast. You just kind of briskly walk away.
Yeah, the T-Rex is meant to like stand its ground, and kind of fight for that meal. It's not good.
Yeah.
It can't run away or chase, So it's kind of like get this meal or die.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's got no arms.
I mean, for me, that doesn't take away from the wonder. Yeah, I mean, for me, it doesn't take away from the wonder and like the amazement of dinosaurs. Like, they're like the most vicious dinosaurs were never T-Rexes. They're like pretty much like all the raptors.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the vicious ones. But yeah, I mean,
they were saying those little arms,
scavengers.
They could have been wings.
But like, doesn't the research show that like that the arms didn't even extend like further than like touching his skin, pretty much. Like they could barely move their hands off of their belly.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to be like chicken wings or something, dude. Penguin wings. Because there's no way that fat-ass dinosaurs
because penguins have
getting off the ground, dude.
But penguins have like they have a pretty good wingspan.
I think these are more like.
Are you saying like T-Rex had just like these little tiny flappers?
Yeah.
Or do you think that like the arm parts, like the I guess like the top part of the wings, like the bone parts of the wings?
It is my understanding. I think they're saying they had like a buffalo wild wing.
Oh,
just like
just wings on its back.
Yeah.
Just angel wings.
Yeah, I don't think those wings are gonna be used. Just like those arms are useless, I think those wings were pretty useless too.
Gotcha.
I think the T-Rex is actually the ancient descendant of chickens nowadays too.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. But thank you. I like chickens. They're very yummy.
I saw this one thing and went it showed a dinosaur, and then it showed an arrow, and it pointed to a chicken. Oh, it showed a T-Rex, right? And then an arrow pointing to a chicken, and then an arrow pointing to a dino nugget in the form of a T-Rex.
Oh my god! Disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Percy's like, my wife's very big on like being grateful, about that kind of stuff. Like, she'll go as far as when she's preparing, food. She'll be like, "Thank you, chicken, for dying so that you can feed my family," kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And she'll say that out loud, and I think like that's really cool.
Native American kind of outlook.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I think that's great. I mean, it keeps us centered.
She's like watching the vegetables.
We have like God's put a lot of things in this world for us, and
thank
nice
you, Poop, for growing these vegetables.
You gotta thank the cow for pooping that out.
Yeah. Thank you, cow, for pooping. Allowing me to eat this food that your poop has provided. Alright, let's go. Drawers. Floors. Whores.
You still haven't sent me that.
Oh, yeah. How are you feeling after that? Welcome back, YouTube, by the way.
Sorry, I'm still listening to it. Yeah, welcome back.
How are you feeling?
Good to have you here. Fine.
Entertained? Were you not entertained?
Yeah, I mean, they crammed a lot of stuff in this episode.
Yeah.
They crammed a lot in this episode. Probably to its detriment, but yeah, it went by pretty quickly, probably just because there was so much going on. How are you feeling?
It's pretty eventful episode.
Mm-hmm. Well, why don't you recap and give us your take on it? I think I've been going first the last few times.
Okay. So our episode starts off with our protagonist walking through another desert. And what they say, was it really called Grandpa Canyon?
Yeah, Grandpa Canyon.
Really?
Yeah.
They arrive at Grandpa Canyon, and
the birth of Banana Man. What was his name? I already forget his name. Banana Man.
Banana Man. Where they are met with a giant crowd of amateur miners herding towards a valley where they all have heard of fossils being there. They even get mocked by Gary for not knowing this. It's this is considered the Great Fossil Rush. It looks like Gary was actually the first one to find a fossil, but it was a Pokemon poop, which is not that bad of a find. I'll say, like,
No.
my dad had fossilized dinosaur poop. It was pretty cool.
Like real one?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He also had a bunch of like teeth and claws and stuff like that. He had dinosaur eggs. He was a big
real ones.
He was huge into collecting that stuff.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
I like learning things about your dad.
Right. He collected dinosaur poop.
He sounds just like you.
Don't you collect
I'm
poop?
sure you guys would have been best friends.
Yeah, I fossilize the poop. He collects it.
Oh man.
Ash wants to get in on the mine experience. Before he even gets to start digging, though,
Your stony homie.
Excrement expert, the poo poo pro. Yes.
Oh, poo poo pro.
That is my dad, the poo poo pro.
He's the poo poo pro.
Your stony homie, bro. Where have you been all my life? I haven't heard from you in forever.
Yeah. What's up? Where you been? We're not mad. We just miss you.
We're not mad. Well, he overhears. He, in fact, eavesdrops. We just got to Kansas. Oh, shit. Y'all already moved? Wait, weren't you coming down to San Antonio? When are you coming down? Yeah.
Oh, man. Kansas.
By the way, I bought
That
Pokemon Scarlet. I don't know if you played it yet.
Kansas? That sounds just as bad as here being in Utah, man.
Yeah, I'll leave for... Bet, bro.
Saturday.
We'll have to link up when you're down here.
I wish I was going to San Antonio.
Me too.
Permanently.
We have HEB.
And HE Buddy.
And HE Buddy.
Best mascot of all time.
I know nothing about the new Pokemon. Yeah, I don't either. And I played it. I just recently beat the Elite Four. I'm like, who are these new Pokemon? All I know is like one of the third Elite Four member has a Tropius on his team.
That's all you've learned.
And it's funny about the Tropius too is he totally screwed over his whole team. Cause I had my Fire type out, and right before he died, he did Sunny Day, which just set me up to destroy his whole team.
Nice.
I was like, thanks, Tropius. I know you're there looking out for me.
That's wrong. He's like, Mr. Sweet Pea.
I got you. I infiltrated the Elite Four for you. I've been this guy's slave my whole life just to do that.
Nice.
He knew what he was doing, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll go back to being a slave now forever. Glad I could help. Thanks, man.
That honestly has to be one of my favorite Pokemon game stories ever.
Yeah, he literally just first Pokemon just came out, sunny day, died, and I was like, all right.
That's our boy Tropius. He's the best.
And what's crazy is
it's just as good as that story where that remember that video you sent me where this one guy he was doing the Elite Four and then he's about to face off against the champion and then he drops the master ball.
Yeah. The master ball.
He drops the master ball in front of him. Right in front of him before he beats him. Power move.
What was I going to say about that game too? Oh, you know what? And to make it even more broken, is they create a new move in the game, right? That the starter can learn called Torch Song.
Okay.
And it's a special attack, and every time this move hits, it ups your special attack.
Oh, nice. That's a little powerful though.
Yeah. And that with the sunny day, I was like, oh man.
I think they did that in Johto too, because when I played the Soul Silver and Silver, Typhlosion learned Blast Burn, and I think he's the only Pokemon that can learn it. I might be wrong on that, but I think it's true.
Yeah, like this.
I think they've done that a few times where this is only the starter of this game can learn this move.
Yeah, they gave him another move called Hyper Voice. Like this crocodile really wanted to sing, is what I'm understanding.
You just couldn't get it out.
Yeah. Muddy Swampert, bro. Swampert is so broken. That typing they gave Swampert is just insane.
Yeah, but I think, yeah.
He's the best. I agree. I can't.
Yeah, but Muddy, you can just use Surf though, and Surf is more accurate than Muddy Water. But Muddy Water looks cooler.
Muddy Water, bro. You want to look when I defeat a Pokemon? I'm not trying to hydrate it too. I want this Pokemon to get like bacteria and like gunk in its teeth. I want to be coughing up like twigs and gross stuff and algae. I want them to not enjoy their time underwater.
I mean, if you're facing a muck or like a, something like that, they might enjoy it though.
Yeah, they can get the surf. We can clean them.
It
becomes muddy water after.
Yeah. Or muck and what's the guy I like so much, the purple one. I just forgot his name. With the big mouth.
Big mouth. Oh.
What's his name? I forgot his name. Ugh.
It's a psychic one, right? Like it's like.
No, he's poisonous.
Yeah, poisonous. He's like big and.
Yeah.
You want to Google like big mouth Pokemon?
Yeah.
You're gonna get like flagged. Some like deviant.
Oh man, I do not want to see deviant or anything. Swallet. His name.
Swallow, yes.
Swallow. I like how he put Swampert. Like Swampert and Ernie.
You know, actually, your Stony homie, like he's actually the one who showed me Greninja. I was like,
oh really?
I was like, oh my god, I love this Pokemon. It's funny he's mentioning Swampert because I think Greninja is his favorite too.
Oh really? Ugh. No, thank you.
Who do you think has a bigger tongue, Greninja or Lickitung?
Are we talking about girth?
Girth, length.
I think we got to give girth to Lickitung.
Oh, he only knows Greninja from Super Smash Bros.
Oh, okay.
Hey, who do you think has a bigger tongue? Greninja, length, easy.
Length, easy, yeah. But girth, girth is important too, right, man?
Nah, bro.
No, it's just about length.
It's
about having a big pole.
It's about like just creating as much pain as possible. That thing is a scarf.
That tongue is gross, man. No, I cannot see it as a scarf. It's a tongue. It's just wrapped around his face, and we're supposed to think that's really cool.
Like this Greninja's
I am not on board.
He's like hopping through trees and stuff. Like there's gotta be like pollen on that tongue. Looks like sticks and leaves and bird poop. Like he's gotta have like
I am not on it.
No taste receptors on his tongue. And that thing is just is just meant to flap in the wind. Like, there's no other purpose for it. Like, how do you think he swallows with this?
I try not to think about it because I don't try not to think about Greninja because I don't. I'm one of the few that doesn't like the design at all. It's kind of like like Mr. Mime. You try not to think about it too much.
Oh, Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime.
You think of like, where's Mr. Mime's origins? It's got to come originally from humans doing stuff with Pokemon. It's like you go down that rabbit hole and you just don't come out. So it's better not to go down.
I feel like Mr. Mime's like this weird, like
We don't talk about Mime here.
He's read the story. He's read.
Oh, you're the story that you wrote. Oh gosh.
It was actually for his campaign, I think.
Oh, man. We really need to do a D&D Pokemon soon.
I feel like you know how like in like biblically, I had a DM that campaign. Yes.
What does DM mean?
Dungeon Master, like he was in charge of that D&D campaign.
Oh, Dungeon Master, that's the one that's telling the story?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you know how like the Nephilim are like humans and angels, like breeding together?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Mr. Mime is like a Nephilim of like Pokemon and humans breeding together.
That's what I just said, yes.
You know like how like pirates used to have sex with like seals and stuff, and because they were so close to humans?
And then mermaids were born? Or
yeah.
What?
I feel like that's probably what happened. They probably like had sex with a Sealo or something and made a Mr. Mime.
I did. Is that true about the pirates thing, or are you just making that up?
No, yeah, sailors used to have sex with like, I think it was seals, because their anatomy was so close to ours down there.
They're moist.
Moist? Moist from the sea. Salty.
That sounds like a... Oh, salt sounds
it was
terrible.
Just sandpaper.
Ugh.
Just coarse sea salt.
Yikes. Oh, man. Okay. See? That's exactly what happens when we start talking about Mr. Mime.
Yeah. This is why we don't bring up Mr. Mime.
Yeah. Next thing we know, we're talking about sea lion babies from humans.
If you ever see a one-eyed Mr. Mime, run.
Run.
I like in the story, it was like, my dad was a doctor and gave it daily suppositories. I'm like,
I don't remember that part. I honestly forgot most of the, build up to what you were building up to.
Oh. I'm like...
So, do you want to give some point of reference here for our YouTube viewers?
So,
or should we not get into this?
So my brother needed a character background written, but didn't want to write it himself, and so he tasked me.
And they're playing Dungeons and Dragons Pokemon.
This is a Dungeons and Dragons Pokemon, and so I gave him the crazy. Was this the same? No, it wasn't. That was for the alien one. Don't worry, I'll send you all three, Brian. Your Stony homie. And do you remember the one that sticks out the most is the raper with a rapier?
Jeez.
Do you remember that one, Brian?
No, you haven't showed me that one.
I'll send it to you. So this one was, I wrote this story. And the grotesque facts just blur together. I wrote this one.
That's just part of being Ryan's friend.
Yeah. So.
A big blur of grotesque.
I want to be a rogue, but rogues can only have like a certain weapon. And I'm like, can I have a sword? And he's like, you can have a rapier. I'm like, I don't want a rapier. I want like a sword. And he's like, sorry, it's all you can have. So out of a tantrum, I wrote the story. His name is Raper with a rapier, and he has a horrible backstory about raping.
Okay.
And I'll share it with you. It's probably not appropriate for YouTube, but I had to embody this character.
What makes you think it's appropriate for me?
Yeah, you'll live. Take a salt tablet. Toss.
Yeah. I don't think I'm up to the acronyms here.
Maybe it means
tomorrow or today.
Today?
On toys on
sale.
Terms of service. Oh. Close though.
Terms of service. Yeah. It comes with the package. You have to deal with these grotesque horror stories.
Oh, yes. I see what you mean. I gotcha. Okay.
Should have read the fine print when you started talking to me.
Long story short, could you just give us a brief story? Don't do the whole thing, please.
So my... Is there a horror story behind the banana? You would think so. Actually, never mind.
Good catch.
So the banana is actually this big conspiracy theory. You know, some people think the world is round. Some people think the world is flat. We think the world is a tropius, and we are all just bananas on its chin, hanging out together.
This is a big tropius we're talking about.
Yeah. Huge.
You know, Sunny Day. That's our son.
Yeah. That's the nod I needed to know that Tropius is watching over us.
Just like the poop that went through your windshield into your car.
Oh my gosh, I have no explanation for that. I'm trying to think back. Like, why would Tropius do Sunny Day? Like, what advantage would that give Tropius?
He was just helping you out, buddy.
I really don't know what Tropius was going to do with that.
Just don't question it. Don't try to doubt his goodness.
Solar beam, duh. Oh my gosh. You're right. He is grass type. Who would put such a powerful move on such a derpy Pokemon?
Yeah, it is. Sorry, I thought Solar Beam was like a given.
No, I was genuinely asking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, most grass Pokemon can learn Sunny Day because of that.
I'm the champion. He was number 1. Oh man, so the Mr. Mime. So my brother's character started off walking into town where he is a seller of Tauros manure. And comes from a line of Tauros manure sellers. So his family basically just harvests his poop. On his way home though, after he just sold some poop in town, he finds a Mr. Mime who's being attacked by pharaohs. After a pharaoh plucks out one of the eyeballs of the Mr. Mime, he goes and swings his bag around of money and gets all the pharaohs away and takes the Mr. Mime home to have it nursed back to health by his parents. The parents nursed this Mr. Mime for weeks with daily suppositories, making sure it eats, all that good stuff. One day, Mr. Mime runs away and they don't know why. Only to later at night be awakened by fire, and there's several Mr. Mimes all surrounding the house, burning this main character and his family inside. As the main character makes his way downstairs, he sees there's Mr. Mimes inside. He sees his dad wrestling with one of them, where he is eventually subdued by one through a forceful light shield, or light
barrier?
Light barrier. Uh-huh. Yeah. He goes in the bedroom to try to save his mom, where he finds out his mom has also fallen to the Mr. Mime. And as he is trying to escape out the back door, he realizes that there are Mr. Mimes guarding all the doors, making sure they stay inside until the house burns down. But the Mr. Mime guarding the back door only has one eye, and out of the kindness of its heart, lets the door open, and our main character is able to run out of the burning house before it collapses. And with that, he has sworn vengeance on the Mr. Mimes while he lives out his days in the dumpster, scavenging for food and shelter until his 10th birthday, where he can start his Pokemon journey.
All right, Jack, go.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Jack, scene.
Start scene.
Needless to say, he's never asked me to write anything for him ever again.
Smart guy. I will learn from his mistakes.
It's better to experience the mistakes yourself.
Is it?
I feel like you missed some sodomy in there. Yes, there was some sodomy in there. Yeah. That I missed for some YouTube purposes.
Yeah. Let's just say the Mr. Mimes were not very kind to the father or the mother.
Yeah.
Something chair leg. Oh, jeez, stop it.
Yeah. Let's just say there was 4 Mr. Mimes in the mom's bedroom, and there was a chair with no legs.
Yep. Now, let's go back to the recap, shall we?
Now, where were we? Our innocent Pokemon episode. Oh my god.
I have no idea where we were.
So, Ash was eavesdropping on Team Rocket, like the little mischievous child he is, where he learns that Team Rocket has planted explosives, planning to blow up the valley in search of fossils. He confronts Team Rocket, they light the fuse, and they all chase the fuse, either to put it out or keep it from being put out. As it reaches the end, Pikachu ignites the TNT, causing Ash, Pikachu, Ash, Pikachu, and Team Rocket to fall into a cavern, which hasn't been accessed in millenniums, I assume. Right, a couple 100,000 years. Which honestly isn't that long when you talk about prehistoric things, and usually those are over millions of years, I feel like. But in this universe, so a couple 100,000 years have passed. They get confronted by some very sleepy...
Basically, like the Kabutops and the Omostars fought in the Civil War. No big deal.
Yeah. They get confronted by some Kabutops, Kabutos, Omnimites, Omnistars, and they just kind of do this like 1950s song and dance, with just like running back and forth, chasing each other, and eventually they run away because Aerodactyl comes out and just scoops up Ash and flies out the hole that Misty and Brock created to save Ash. On its way, just knocking out Charmeleon. Charmeleon grabs on the Aerodactyl on its way out. Aerodactyl lands on a perch and multiple times has threatened to bite off Ash's head, but never does. Charmeleon, humiliated by his one-hit quit defeat, evolves into Charizard because Aerodactyl's taunting it. Thank God. Yeah. So we have a Charizard now.
He kept doing like this. What was he doing? He was like doing some...
I'm not sure what that means.
Tapping his head.
But I know Aerodactyl did the whole...
Yeah. It reminds me of The Rock. Like, The Rock used to... Back in the 90s, he'd like clothesline people and be like...
Yeah, that's probably what he was doing. He is... Charmeleon's The Rock.
He's like, if you smell what Charmeleon's cooking. He was cooking up an evolution is what he was cooking.
Aerodactyl starts flying away. Charizard pursuits, and Jigglypuff comes into frame and sings its song, causing Aerodactyl to fall asleep, drop Ash, where Charizard coincidentally catches Ash, and they all land, and Ash finds an egg. I'm not sure where the egg was from. Aerodactyl had it, or what? They don't really explain that, but he snuggles it up with it.
Maybe Professor Elm was in the area?
Just dropping eggs. Just dropping deuces in the desert. Professor Elm's just out there laying eggs. Aerodactyl falls asleep and coincidentally falls down the hole it came out of, where it collapses in on itself. Officer Jenny tells everyone there that the site is now closed. No one saw what they saw, and everything else you think goes on with the conspiracy theory. They are made to feel like they were crazy. All kind of gaslighting going on. And scene.
You're on a roll. Why don't you just keep going?
Yeah.
No water. Just keep going.
No, I think the Aerodactyl got a water. After hundreds and thousands of years. You think rock Pokemon drink water?
Maybe they don't. I never thought about it, but I imagine they don't. It seems like Onix, every time he gets touched by water, he passes out. So probably not. But they probably still have to have like the little. Doesn't Geodude eat those like Brock's little pellets? His little poop pellets he puts in a bowl for him.
What's a Pokemon that'd be double weak to flying? Like grass and fighting, right?
Yeah.
You think like if you like a gentle wind passes by them,
start throwing
over.
up.
Make it stop. Just every day, just like a wind tunnel. They're fighting their way through.
Yeah.
They need complete.
It's like Gyarados like getting a little bit of static shock.
Yeah. They need complete still air. Like.
He gets the static shock. He has to be in bed rest for a couple of days.
All right. So this episode. I feel like it sounded good on paper. How about our team, digs for fossils and finds an old cavern and all the prehistoric Pokemon there, But I feel like we didn't get to, explore the cavern. And then the prehistoric Pokemon turned to this big, battle between Charmeleon and Aerodactyl. I didn't like it. Because it wasn't even a fight. It was just Aerodactyl knocks out Charmeleon in one hit, and then runs from Charizard.
Yeah.
I feel like Aerodactyl probably could have still took out Charizard. It's rock.
Yeah. Charizard's probably still getting used to his body.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just cut you off real quick?
Yeah.
Sorry, it just reminded me. My sister sent me one of those memes, and it shows Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur having a barbecue. And they're just grilling burgers and eating, and then the kids come. There's a Squirtle and Charmander and Bulbasaur, and Charmander's like, Dad, Pidgey's here. He's like, oh, okay, and he goes, he said that his dad could beat my dad in a race, in a flying race. And Charizard goes, yeah, I mean, Pidgeots are pretty good flyers. He's like, no, but he said he could beat you because you're fat. And he takes off his apron and starts heading over there.
Yeah, I mean, Pidgeotos can fly a Mach 2. Imagine what a Pidgeot can do.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I don't think Charizard would have won that battle either.
I feel like if Pidgeotto just like headbutted Charizard going at Mach 2, he'll just explode.
Yeah.
Just like Charizard pieces everywhere.
Yeah. No, he just takes off the apron, and Blastoise and Venusaur are looking at him like, yeah. Because they're fat too.
They all do get a little more girthy with every evolution.
Yeah, no, definitely, like, I think Venusaur, Blastoise, and Charizard are all good examples of dad bots.
Not Machop, though. Lengthy.
Lengthy. Wait, what?
Not Machop, though. He's not a regular dad bod when he gets older.
Machop's not a starter.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Pokemon in general.
No, I'm just saying first generation starters.
Oh. I was like, because Machamp is not dad bod. Lengthy over girthy. There you go. Yes, pain over pleasure.
You're still on that. Okay, so you were saying that... I don't know what you're saying. You were saying something about... you didn't think Charizard would win the battle, and it wasn't really much of a battle, and you didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't even consider that a battle. It was just like a chase, you know, like a cop chase, you know.
Yeah, this whole episode was chase.
Yeah. I feel like they didn't do anything to really flush out. Like, I feel like you should either develop the setting and world build, or you should develop the characters and, you know, like character build, you know, like give them depth. And this episode did neither. You know, we know nothing about those caverns. We know nothing about those prehistoric Pokemon, other than they're tired and they're cranky. And we know nothing about this valley. Our heroes didn't learn a lesson. You know, there's no anything in this episode.
Yeah.
And we didn't even get a battle with it, really. You know, it really was just a bunch of chasing. We did get the egg at the end, which also, you know, like, leaves more questions and answers. You know, like, where the hell?
Yeah.
I wonder if, like, Togepi is supposed to be, like, a prehistoric Pokemon? You know, like, Aerodactyl drop it?
I don't think so. I think it's just from a different region. It's supposed to be from Johto. So I don't know. I think maybe at this time in the Pokemon world, probably the different regions don't communicate with each other. You know, I don't think. I mean, I think there's phones. Like we've seen that there's phones and stuff. There's even video phones. But the Kanto people don't know that there are different Pokemon in Johto. And even so, Togepi is a very rare Pokemon, even for Johto. Like in the game, you can't catch Togepi; it's handed to you. You know, Professor Elm gives you one, but you can't like find one in the wild. It's supposed to be super rare.
Yeah, I mean, like maybe they're like not friendly nations, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It's like China and the U.S., you know?
Yeah, the U.S. would be Unova. But yes, I get it.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, well, Unova is based off New York.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
Yeah. And then Kanto and Johto were like different regions in Japan.
Oh, okay.
And and then like Kalos was obviously France. Hoenn, I don't know what Hoenn and Sinnoh would be.
This new one, Violet's supposed to be in like Italy.
Italy?
Uh-huh.
Okay. There you go. Actually, while you're still going, I'm gonna look it up.
So I would not want to be the middle centipede.
Again?
I would like to... You're Stony Homie.
Yeah,
If in the human centipede,
Stop.
If the first guy is off limits, if you had to pick the middle or the end, where would you pick? Because you can't. Look, the middle one looks obvious, but you have someone on both sides of you. You have no control of your life. Like, you are dictated by everyone around you now. But the end, it's kind of gross when it comes to eating. If you had to pick one place to be that's not the front of the human centipede, where would you pick? Middle still, huh? I feel like the middle would be the most miserable place to be. Like, you've had surgery twice. Like, you have someone in front and back. I feel like the guy in the front has it so easy, though.
Yeah, so about the...
Okay, so we're back.
Your thoughts about the episode.
Now that we're back, did you find out where home is? Oh yeah, it's all about bragging rights. You're right. And so, in the episode,
I'm editing this out.
No,
just kidding.
I mean, that's really all my thoughts on it.
Oh, okay.
I don't have anything else to say. This episode offered nothing. Like,
it was kind of all over the place. They're trying to do way too much.
Yeah.
All at once. Like, you mentioned Charmeleon evolving. You mentioned the Togepi egg, and then like, I feel like having prehistoric Pokemon should be like a big deal, and this episode did not take that seriously. It's like, you have an opportunity here to make an episode about prehistoric Pokemon, and you're focusing on so many other things that's not the prehistoric Pokemon. It's like you said, we didn't get to explore the cave, we didn't get to learn anything about Kabuto line, Omanyte line, or Aerodactyl.
Yeah, we didn't explore the cave, we didn't get to explore the Pokemon, we didn't get to explore the people, the set, like, there was nothing driving this episode forward other than just like random chases happening.
It was sad.
Honestly, even the evolution, like, we had to wait like 30 episodes for Charmander to evolve, and we've waited like 4.
I think you have to pay attention to the artistic undertones supplied by Jigglypuff. Each individual art piece had subsidies.
And stories of their own. Yeah, each Jigglypuff frame was a story on its own. From its the variety of emotions that we got from this one Pokemon.
This is a very thought out comment. This is a very thought out comment.
His just art. Jigglypuff showed us he was happy, sad, surprised, excited,
that's another thing,
angry.
Bro. Like,
this is like
another thing. Like, was the focus the prehistoric Pokemon, or was it Jigglypuff? I feel like there was more focus on Jigglypuff.
Yeah, Jigglypuff is in tune with its emotions, its inner self. We can learn a lot through Jigglypuff.
No, man, but you're right. Like, we did have to wait for... Like, we got to see Charmander through a lot of battles. Like, a lot of rough times to evolve.
The mustache was way ahead of its time. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it still is.
For sure. But yeah, we got to see Charmander suffer through a lot, like fight through a lot, go through a lot of hard times to turn into Charmeleon. And this is probably the worst evolution I've seen, like worse than the Venonat to Venomoth evolution, probably.
Yeah.
This is the worst evolution we've seen in the whole series, which kind of sucks because Charizard is a mainstay. He's one of Ash's Pokemon that kind of always sticks around. I think he's sticks around less than Pikachu, obviously, because Pikachu's still with Ash, but he sticks around for a long time. You know, and he's still like viewed as one of Ash's, you know, ace Pokemon, I guess.
Is he in Johto?
I don't know. I never watched Johto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. There was on a bright note, there was a lot of good one-liners here, like when Misty says that the Pokemon probably just wanted to get some fresh air, and Ash says that maybe your brain needs to get some fresh air, Misty.
Yeah.
Or Brock's comment about what were you saying about Brock's comment of Charizard burning when Charizard was chasing Aerodactyl?
He's like, at this rate, Ash is gonna be well done or too well done for Aerodactyl.
Overcooked, yeah.
Overcooked.
He says Ash is going to be overcooked before Aerodactyl can eat him. And there's Brock worrying about, you know, Aerodactyl's nutrient intake by eating Ash.
Yeah.
Typical Brock. I don't know. I feel like this would have been one of those episodes where it would have been okay to, you know, to unleash your monster demon that you hold in your Pokeball. That goes by the name Vulpix.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would have been a good episode for him. I think Vulpix probably could have taken on Aerodactyl. Probably could have. Better than Charizard for sure.
And all of the prehistoric Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very disappointed in this episode because this would have been a great opportunity to give some personality, to get us to learn something about these prehistoric Pokemon, and we got nothing. Like, we've gotten more, you know, background on Pokemon that, you know, we could care less about, like a Ditto, Porygon, like these guys, like these are prehistoric Pokemon, and they're cool, and, you know, like, I don't know, they really dropped the ball on giving us some kind of background on them. Like, we don't even know if they have good nature or bad nature. We just saw them kind of tired and trying to kick these people out. Remember you telling me something about the Primeape episode? You didn't like it because it was a lot of, like, running back and forth. Like one of those old cartoons.
That's what this was too.
This was not an episode for that. Like, I think it worked with Primeape, but it did not work with this one. It was bad.
I feel like, you know, like, I know we briefly mentioned it, but I feel like this is supposed to be briefly based off of Journey to the Center of the Earth. You know, probably the book, obviously not the movie. And, you know, like, maybe they thought it'd be, like, to make it kid-friendly. You know, like, we'll just have, like, a bunch of, like, comedic chase scenes, you know, and have them chase them around for a little bit. And then come back up, you know? But the point of the book was world building. The point of the book was they go under the earth to find this prehistoric world, and it's a whole other world, you know?
It's a whole ecosystem,
with whole other creatures that, you know, like, we know of, but, you know, it's like seeing Jurassic Park for the first time, you know? Like, they're in awe, you know, like, these Pokemon are supposed to be extinct, you know?
Right.
And I feel like we're just robbed of that because they turn these prehistoric Pokemon into these one-dimensional little, like, horror monsters, you know, that are just there for, like, to scare our heroes or our protagonists. And
very well put.
And there was absolutely no reason to have Charizard this episode. There was no reason, you know, to have Aerodactyl give chase. There was everything in this episode. I just feel like there's no point to doing what they have done.
For sure. And then to end it with Togepi, I wonder what the writers wanted the viewers to leave the episode thinking about. Like, did you want us to think about we saw prehistoric Pokemon? Do you want us to think about that Charmeleon evolved? Do you want us thinking about that, there's this Pokemon, or there's this egg and we don't know what Pokemon is in it? Like, you know, it's just, what am I supposed to come out thinking about this episode?
Yeah, because I feel like those are three very big plots, you know, like, we have a mysterious egg, Charmeleon evolved, and we have prehistoric Pokemon. That is way too much to cram into one 20-minute episode. You know?
Yeah. It wasn't a Kangaskhan episode, but it also wasn't too far off. I thought it was very funny when they got stuck in that cave.
Oh yeah, let's hear your take on it. What do you think?
Oh, I've been giving it to you, brah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, no, you're good. Before that, some Team Rocket. I think Team Rocket was really good. Just on the topic of Team Rocket, I think they were really good in this episode. A lot of the times they were just doing the chase, or being chased off by these prehistoric Pokemon. But some of those tender mercies again. Meowth slamming James in the head with a hammer, and Jesse taking it back and hitting Meowth. Again, protecting James.
Mm-hmm.
James is very much like the little kid in this Team Rocket. And Jesse is very much his protector. And it showed in this episode. I love the scene when they're down there and James just kind of... James, it looks like you've got an idea how to get us out of here. He's like, no, we're doomed.
We're doomed.
He was just so into the moment. He's such a character that he's there. He thinks they're gonna die, and he just still has to put on a show for everyone. Love it. Music was very bad. This episode is silly music for an episode that had a lot of serious stuff happening, or attempts at serious things. Like evolution and Ash almost getting eaten and Charmeleon having to evolve. I imagine as a kid, seeing Ash and everybody fall into this big hole and rocks fall over it, like, that's a scary thought. Being stuck in a cave, no light, no way to get back in. And the music was very much lighthearted and fast and funny and did not match anything that was going on.
Not at all.
Other than the chase, I guess. So, Team Rocket was good. Some of the jokes were good. The music was bad. The chaotic nature of this episode, I was just not into it. However, Ash did have a pretty good reaction when Charizard evolved. When Charmeleon evolved. I was going to say when James evolved. When Charmeleon evolved. That was a good one.
He's like, Charmeleon evolved to save me.
Yeah. He's like, whoa, Charizard. I just, when he said that, in my mind, I could just picture, young Ash again, watching the Pokemon League on his TV and seeing a Charizard for the first time,
mm-hmm.
and being so excited about it. And now he has one, And not only does he have one, he has one that loves him and cares about him and is doing everything he can to save him. But no, he's not. He's not trying to save you. He just wants he feels embarrassed by Aerodactyl and he wants to, show Aerodactyl a lesson.
Revenge.
And then, that's another thing. I already forgot this. I said, what am I supposed to take away what am I supposed to come out thinking about? Another thing is Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff was the winner of this episode. Why do we had so many Pokemon in this episode, and they're Pokemon we didn't need to see? No, I disliked everything that Jigglypuff did in this episode. I know she saved the day, but I would have much rather, if you're gonna skip over all the prehistoric Pokemon, can you at least give us a good fight between Aerodactyl and Charizard?
I would much rather Ash get eaten than get saved by Jigglypuff.
Well, that's the thing. I'm fine. Have Jigglypuff save Ash. But before that, I want to see a fight between Aerodactyl and Charizard. If we're robbed of that, that would have been amazing, a fight between Charizard and Aerodactyl. A real one. But no. We don't get any other fight. We just get him running away, Aerodactyl flying away, and then falling asleep. Lame. And I guess this is supposed to be a memorable episode, because this is where we get Charizard and this is where we get Togepi.
And that's where we get Kabutops, who I feel like is a pretty big fan favorite.
Yeah, for sure. He's really awesome design. But so we get Togepi, we get Charizard in this episode, and I didn't remember this episode at all. And you didn't either, right?
No, I kind of remember the falling down the cave. Kabutops is that guy. Yeah, you're not that guy. Kabutops is that guy.
So good. Would it have been asking too much to have Kabutops straight up slice someone in half in a TV kids show?
Right. Team Rocket.
Yeah, it's okay. It could be a villain.
Yeah, or
just some random guy. Maybe
we have just
maybe
like
that guy
him,
that was
like
saying that
X Scissor Jigglypuff.
Yeah, maybe that guy that was saying, "Oh, this is Pokemon manure," just like some random guy. That would have been why. It's kind of like Ninja Turtles, you know. You watch Ninja Turtles and you're like, I just want one day, I want to see Leonardo slice someone in half, just once. Yeah, I want him to use his swords to actually cut someone.
Why does he have a sword? He's never.
He uses it to like get on the ceiling and kick him. That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, this was it went by fast because there was so much going on, but not a very good episode.
So what encounters do we have?
We have just all these prehistoric Pokemon and Charizard. So we had Charizard, Aerodactyl, Almanite, Almastar, Kabuto, Kabutops.
So who are you picking? Or do you want me to pick first?
Who's your guy? Your Stony homie? Did you pick Kabuto, Kabutops?
Yeah, if you could pick one Pokemon from this episode to be yours, who would you pick?
We can't pick.
I would pick Aerodactyl.
Aerodactyl?
Mm-hmm. I've never used an Aerodactyl in the game, but I want to. Really bad. I'm not a big fan of rock types. I feel like they're super weak to like some pretty important typings that really stop it from being good.
But he also has flying, so it's kind of it's easier to use than the other two.
Yeah.
I got an Aerodactyl in Pokemon Go like a long time ago, and I just felt like, oh, this is crazy. I've never seen anything like an Aerodactyl in Pokemon Go, so I always used him on Pokemon Go. So I always liked him there, but I'd have to say, design-wise, I really love Kabutops. Kabutops is that guy.
I know when Pokemon Go first came out, I was all about Arcanine. I just put my Arcanine everywhere.
Yeah. Arcanine is always very strong. Yeah.
And the gyms worked a lot different back then, too.
I only saw like the last 3 minutes. Almanite.
Omanyte's good.
That's how you use it.
I love the way they designed Omnistar.
Yeah.
He was probably my... Kabutops is usually my favorite design-wise, but in this anime, I love the way that they designed Omnistar.
Yeah.
That thing looks mean. That thing looked like an alien.
Rockwater has the strong
that's
advantage
true.
in these fights.
Mm-hmm.
Against Charizard, yeah.
Against anything.
And Charmeleon.
Mm-hmm. I feel like Rockwater's pretty...
Yeah, I always want to use Kabutops in the games, but it's by that point you know there's so many water types, and there and you can get so many water types that don't have all the weaknesses that Rock has.
But I feel like the water kind of negates some of them.
The water negate what? Say that again.
The water kind of takes away those disadvantages, no? Well, I guess we double weak to grass, right? Or
double weak to grass, yeah. But they're also weak to electric.
He's like, nah, grass slaps it.
Yeah. Like my grass buddy right here.
Yeah, ooh. It's getting a little hot and heavy.
These are the kind of gifts I get from Ryan for birthdays.
You're gonna love the one coming to you, by the way.
Oh no.
Your next birthday gift. Chadsar.
Charizard. Oh man. Oh, I gotta put the Doug Trio up here too. Anyways, yeah. Rating?
I give this a 1 out of 5. Frozen or petrified manure. Petrified manures.
Yeah.
1 out of 5.
I was actually thought you'd go a little higher than me, but I'm actually going 1 as well. I'm gonna give it
Schmeckle.
Schmeckle. What the heck is a Schmeckle? What is that?
That's a pretty high rating for this episode.
Yeah, we're doing that out of 5, not out of 10. I'd give it a 1. Yeah, I'll give it a 1. Fossilized poop.
We're both with the poop. We're both poop boys today.
Yeah. No, not the one that was found in the episode, but one of
just in general. Just
just
the poop out there that hasn't been discovered. It's
for all the poop out there that has not been discovered. This one's for you.
So it's pretty safe to say this episode's not good enough for you, huh?
It was not good enough. But I'll tell you what is good enough. Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing's ever good enough. Brings us to our next segment.
Our contestant on Nothing's Ever Good Enough today is
Minky.
Minky.
It's like
Minky line.
It's supposed to be like a pig, right? That's a pig nose.
I mean, I get pig monkey. I get pig monkey, no?
Pygmy?
Kinda?
What are those like pygmies in Africa?
Pygmy. Well, I was gonna ask you.
This segment is called Nothing's Ever Good Enough. Nothing's ever good enough because nothing ever is. And we go one by one through every entry in the Pokédex from 1 to infinity.
Yeah.
Talking about each Pokemon, our thoughts on it. And this episode's Minky and Primate.
Yeah.
Oh, we kind of combined the evolutions also.
The evolutionary line, yeah. Is the one from the new game, is that one considered a Mankey, or is it...
I haven't seen this a lot. Is this a real thing? No, it's not.
I don't think so. I've never seen that thing before. Maybe it's the fusion. Maybe it's like from the fusion game.
Oh, maybe.
Annihilate. So
I have no idea if it's real or not. I know this thing's real, Annihilate.
Is it an evolution?
No, it's a whole separate thing.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like Diglett has a Wiglet.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, your Stony homie, have you seen a Wiglet yet?
It's lengthy. You might like that.
It's
unlike Diglett, who's Diglett's all girth.
It is absent of girth.
Show him the Wiglet.
This is the new Pokemon that they created.
Oh gosh, no! Why does it have to be white?
Yeah. Yeah, this is what it looks like when it evolves.
Oh, it evolves?
Yeah.
What is it? A Doug...
Wug Trio.
Wug Trio. Wug Trio. That's hilarious.
It becomes this, like, red rocket.
Oh no! You ruined it.
Red rocket, red rocket.
Wug Trio.
What does it do? Nothing good. I think they just slapped a water type on Diglett. And now he's Wug Trio. He's only found like on beaches.
Your Stony homie is over there with his death notebook. Delete!
Cursed!
Delete!
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 Yeah. They're pretty uncomfortable. They're pretty uncomfortable to be around.
Wiglet today. uncomfortable to be around.
And this is what it fully looks like.
Wiglet today, though.
If you're wondering
about the Mankey line. Let's get back to the issue at hand, yeah? So what did they do in this new game? They just made a lot of Pokemon that look like the original, but they're different names and different typing and all that?
I wouldn't say a lot. Some of them. Like, the most cursed one of all, I was going to tell you on the phone earlier. Yeah. It's hiding a lot, yeah. The one that made me cringe the most is Toadstool, I think. It's supposed to be Tentacool.
Oh, yes, I've seen it, yeah.
But they made it grass and ground.
Yeah, it's
so
weird.
This thing has 2 tentacles.
Yeah, it's so weird.
This thing literally just walks around like this. In the grass.
It just walks around.
It seriously just walks around like this.
I'm so used to Tentacool and Tentacool like hovering. This guy just walks around.
Yeah, this thing just walks around and it's so cringy.
Yeah, see, the Tentacool like hovers.
No, he also walks around.
He also no. Oh my god!
It's horrible.
And what is he? Grass what?
Grass and ground.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
He literally just like he just like walks by you, you know. I'm like, oh.
Toadstool? What? Mario? Is Toad from Mario called Toadstool?
I don't know. Yeah.
That's actually very funny.
Here we go, guys.
It kind of has its own charm.
No, I can't play this game. It's nightmare fuel for real.
That's so funny. I mean, if I saw it in the wild, yeah, I would probably run the other way because it would probably run after me.
Yeah.
It looks like a good runner.
Yeah, it's a runner. It's a track star, for sure.
So, if the one thing I really want to say about Mankey is, you would never see a Pokemon like Mankey on any other generation. He is 100%
Kantoese.
a Gen 1 Pokemon. 100% a Kantoist. Yes, he's a Kentonite. Like
Cantonian.
Yeah. He's a Cantonian, yeah. Like,
I don't know.
You can never... Like, you'll find Mankeys in other regions, but you know as soon as you see him, this is a Kanto Pokemon. He has the Kanto Angry Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
As so many Kanto Pokemon have. He has the fur color of, like, your normal / fighting types that you always see in Gen 1. And he's perfect for the amount of pixels that you needed to do. Again, we already did this with Rattata. He's like perfect design for the small amount of pixels that they needed for, you know, the original Red and Blue, or I guess the original was Red and Green, I think, in Japan. Yeah, he is a perfect Kanto Pokemon. Like he looks exactly like a Kanto Pokemon. With that said, you know, like his design-wise, to me he does look like a fighting type. He looks like he's probably, I don't know, his stance is probably like based off of, you know, Karate Kid or something, or Bruce Lee. You know, I think of
really, for me,
like
he looks like a street fighter.
Like a street fighter, yeah.
He's a roid out Kirby.
Well, we're talking about Mankey right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's not roided yet. He's like, if you took off all of his limbs, it would look like you could give him 4 legs and it looks like a pig.
It looks like, man, those are like
a big monkey.
Chimp feet for real. Like, he looks like he could choke me out with those feet.
Yeah, no, this thing's vicious. I mean, chimpanzees are vicious, though. If they hate you, like, if they're angry at you, they'll rip off your limbs, they'll rip off your nose and...
Tell Nora I said hi.
Hi, Nora. Yeah. So yeah, as far as a chimpanzee goes, they're going for like a chimp, I guess, or like a monkey pig, and it's pretty basic design, very Kanto, and I think it fits really well with just Generation One. I feel like if you took Mankey out of Generation One, it would hurt. It would hurt Kanto. I like him, and I think his design is charming and ferocious. Okay, go.
I think Mickey's hilarious.
Yeah.
It is like this little fighting pig to me. The fur kind of throws me off, but
Pigs have. Is it fur or hair?
I think pigs have hair.
Yeah, a lot of them do. But you're saying it's like fur. Nora says
so.
hi.
I feel like out of all the Pokemon, Mankey has like, which they don't really do a lot of, its own unique personality. It's very like mischievous and has a temperament. It can be calmed down and angered. You know, like they took the time to really flush this Pokemon out and give it as much of a personality as you can give to such a mindless attacking pig monkey. It's really a shame you don't see much more of it. You know,
for sure.
I feel like he was definitely more.
Would you say he this though?
Hmm?
I feel like you would.
I would say what? No, I didn't hear you.
I feel like he has a mind to know when to be offended.
Yeah.
And a mind to know, like, you know, how to charge in, and he's a trained fighter.
Yeah. I feel like Mankey is much more entertaining than, say, Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
And I remember genuinely laughing the episodes Mankey's in, like when Team Rocket falls in the pit with it, you know, and stuff like that. Yeah. No, not falls in the pit. Ash actually throws the Mankey in there, yeah. Endangering them.
That's true. Yeah, Ash can be petty sometimes.
Yeah. But it's a pretty basic.
Design-wise, do you like it?
I like it design-wise. It's very unique.
Yeah.
But not really. It's unique, but it's very simple at the same time. You know.
You mean like the idea of Pig Monkey being unique?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like color-wise, and some of like the features, like the ears are very like Kanto as well. Like a lot of Pokemon have those ears. A lot of Pokemon have those eyes. A lot of Pokemon have like similar tail.
I gotta say too, like
color.
Out of the Kanto fighting type Pokemons, like the Machamp, you know, like Line, Hitmonlee, yeah. You know, like all the fighting, I at least want to get in a fight with the Mankey family than those other ones.
For sure.
The other ones seem like they're like civilized, you know, like will probably let me live once they've defeated me. But I feel like Mankey would go right for my ball sack and just like rip it off.
Yep. 100% yes. 100%
and just continue kicking my dead body once I've died. Like this thing looks
I feel like
horrible.
I also think you'd have a better chance versus some of them. Like if you're facing a Machamp, just kick him in the nuts.
Yeah,
you know,
kick him below the belt. Just kick
him below the belt. Yeah, and hope for the best.
It'd probably hurt my leg. Like, I bet Machamp has some like steel nuts.
Yeah, probably.
I bet even his nuts work out.
And a helicopter.
His nuts got like some abs.
I think the simplicity of Mankey really adds to the fighting type aesthetic for
Yeah, for sure. It's like forever like what is that, like the crane, you know, like fighting position.
Yeah. Very good. Alright. What about Primeape?
Is it Primeape or Primate?
It's Primate. Ape. Isn't it Primate?
It is Primate.
Okay, got me questioning myself here.
Oh man. And this guy, I assume, just can't be calmed down. Like, this guy has a vein permanently throbbing out of its head. It's got, like, shackles on its, like, legs and feet.
From when he was, like, chained up in some prison somewhere.
But, man, I would love... we should also mention, too... We have some PTSD when it comes to Primate and Mankey.
A little bit, yeah.
He has fucked us in some of our Nuzlocks because he knows Pursuit.
Yeah.
Oh man, this would have been awesome. Like as another evolution.
Your Mandrill?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like a Mega or something. I don't know. Kind of takes away from the pig, though.
Yeah, and kind of like leans more in with the monkey.
Yeah.
I feel like there isn't much of him. It's kind of like from Poliwhirl to Poliwrath. You know how there's not much difference.
Yeah.
I believe the differences in Mankey to Primate are not very. There's not many, besides the shackles, and he's a little angrier. He's still got two toes, like the hands. He's still got his hands in the air, like his fighting stance. I feel like he lost his tail too, which I feel is a huge advantage, probably fighting.
Yeah, I never noticed that he didn't have a tail, but yeah, that is a downgrade. I guess he used that tail and used that muscle to like beef up his arms, probably.
Yeah.
He became a little
probably
more
like
Goku,
like Goku decided to cut off his own tail,
Yeah. So he could go Super Saiyan first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the ankle and the wrist bracelets or leg weights. They're probably like leg and arm weights.
I feel like they're like shackles.
Shackle the wind.
Right? Are those supposed to be shackles, and they're supposed to be weights?
They look kind of like, maybe they are shackles. I don't know. I would say like if Poliwrath was not a fighting type,
like that's why he's mad. He's like the only way you can evolve Mankey is through some bondage shit. You have to like you have to like chain him up to your bed.
Oh gosh.
Or chain him up somewhere, and that's the only way. cut off his tail or do some like inhumane things with it to where he cuts it off himself. Then and only then will he evolve into a primate.
Yeah, but he'll never forgive you.
He'll never. That's why he's so angry.
You know that Mr. Mime story we just heard about?
This one's also.
Where do you think Mr. Mime gets these ideas?
Yeah, that's where his tail is. This evolution also has sodomy.
Oh jeez.
The tail is still there. You just can't see it.
Oh no. I would say if Poliwrath was not a fighting type, this would be my favorite fighting type Pokemon from Kanto. Mm-hmm. Which I guess there's not that many, to be fair, in Kanto, but it's a great design. In fact,
the other fighting types are like you'd expect to be fighting types. Like one has.
They're too humanoid, right?
Yeah, one has boxing gloves. One has like a WWE championship belt, and the other is like kickboxing.
Right. Yeah.
And then we got like this like wild animal, who has like probably has rabies, and like hepatitis C. Just been like cage fighting its whole life.
Like, yeah, I feel like all the other fighters do not want to get into the cage with this guy. They're like, when he shows up, he's like, oh great, my name's here. He's like, he's not the best fighter, but he sucks to fight.
Yeah.
He's not as strong as Machamp, but man. he'll mess you up. He's not as agile or as like he doesn't have the finesse as the Hitmons, but yeah. Yeah, and you're right. Like he has a really great personality. We get it from the TV show. We get it from just reading his Pokedex entry. We get it. I wish they put as much work as they did on Primeape on other Pokemon. Like, I don't know, maybe the historical Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Aerodactyl.
Maybe literally anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is personally, I feel like this is a very strong evolutionary line.
Agreed. But how is it in TCG game?
This is the original card. The original cards are pretty sucky.
Yeah.
They're useless now.
Flip a coin, he's now confused after 3 energy and only dealing 50 damage.
Yeah.
I would say it's not really usable. This one does 80 damage at least.
Does 80 damage plus 10 damage for each damage counter on him.
Interesting. You feel like he'd probably do more damage, like the more hurt he is. Is that a lot?
Yeah,
no,
so
it's not a lot.
Well, not nowadays. Like back in the day, like this would be an okay card, but
You think
nowadays
so?
this is garbage. Yeah. Oh, that's a pretty good move. 2 energy, 50 damage times, and then 50 more for every benched Pokemon that has damage counters on it. If you have a deck that you're switching in and out, that's great. Oh my. Oh my.
look at those muscles. I don't know anything about TCG. I honestly don't know too much about it either.
But you taught me everything I know.
Which isn't a lot. I learned from the I learned from the video games.
We know how to play and we know how it works and everything. We just don't know how to go into a competition. And
That's an angry furball.
beat people that actually make their own decks.
This one looks like sophisticated. Like this one looks like it like ponders why it's mad. I mean, it doesn't stop being mad, but like it wonders why.
It looks like Blaziken, kind of. Like a Blaziken.
Oh, this one has husks. Have you seen Demon Slayer?
No, but I know what you're talking about. I know the guy. He wears like a boar's head, right?
Yeah. He's easily my favorite character in that anime.
I was gonna watch it, but you kept recommending other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, what would you rate this line?
Probably a. Oh, this one still has the shackles on it. I'd probably rate it like a 4.5.
Bro, you're reading my mind today on everything. We agree on rating and on the episode and on the Pokemon. Yeah, 4.5. Not like a perfect, inspiring Pokemon, but like pretty dang close.
I feel like this sums up.
Yeah, 100% sums up what we've been talking about, right? Like that sums up everything you've said. I love it. That's just a Machoke trying to be friendly and trying to, shoot the breeze of the Primeape, not knowing what he's getting himself into. No, 4.5. Just comes to show that nothing's ever good enough. Right?
Nothing's ever good enough. Oh no, this looks like a troll.
Yeah, it does.
Alrighty, man. That was an interesting episode. Interesting Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Well, I'm glad we got to like talk about like a pretty decent basic Pokemon, like basic design, nice Pokemon. After an episode like that, though, I didn't want to have an episode like that and then talk about the Meowth line again.
Yeah, or some like
that was rough.
Some Wug trios.
Some Wug trios. Wiggy wiggy.
All right, man. You still down to play your run?
Yeah, after I do a little potty break and a snack break.
All right, guys. We're gonna cut it off. We're gonna come back in a little while, so he's gonna do his rotten run.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, your Stony homie.
Oh yeah, man. Oh my gosh, join more often. It was great. Maybe next episode you can be on it, man.
Yeah, we always like to have people on, at least audio-wise.
Yeah.
You can tell us all about length over girth.
Mm-hmm.
And why that's important.
I feel like if I were like that, I'm a pro at that.
I'm a pro at that.
Like if I went to prison or something, or was like about to get pegged or something, I would definitely want length over girth. You know? Like
really?
Mess up my insides, don't stretch me out.
Oh.
I'll write a 10-page template.
Wow, you have very professional friends.
What did I...
Good grief.
Good grief.
Yeah. Yeah. We had a friend of mine that had to say that a few times every time Ryman opened his mouth. Good grief!
Good grief! What are you saying?
He was talking about getting his vasectomy and the doctor using his thing as a
like a stick shift.
As a stick shift. The bathroom.
All right, bro.
Bananas on the chin, guys. Keep your bananas on your chin.
Give your stimmy those Nala eyes.
Significant others those Nala eyes. We'll see you in a bit.
See ya. Peace.